Good day, everyone. Good day, good day. It is a lovely day. We thank God for this opportunity. Today, I'm coming to you. I want to talk to parents about minding their steps. The idea really is to address the three key issues or the three key points that I'm hoping we gonna dwell much on at a later stage. One, we need to be careful that you going to reap what you sow. Two, actions speak louder than words. Then the last one, we must leave a legacy that we're going to be proud of one day. So there is something that is bothering me that I've observed for quite a while. We see our children growing up, and most, but not all, most don't become what we intended for them to be. So I asked myself, why is this? Why our children are not what we want them to be? But I came to a conclusion that, you know what, when you're about to sow or to plant whatever that you're planting, the magic really is with the seed that you're holding in your hand. You need to be careful of what is it that you're going to put down there. You need to be careful of what is it that you're going to plant. You're going to sow and you're going to take care of the soil. You're going to water whatever that you planted. But be ready for harvest. Be ready for whatever that you're going to reap, because you knew exactly what you were planting. So one, we need to be careful. We need to know what is it that we're planting. Some of us are planting unaware. And when you plant unaware, you get surprised by the harvest. But there is no way that you can put in potatoes and expect to reap spinach. What we do is that one way or the other, we're trying God. We're testing God. You plant potato, and while planting, while still nourishing the soil, while still watering the soil, you are busy praying and expecting that God, I'm expecting to harvest, to have a great harvest of spinach. How can you expect spinach when you started to begin with, you planted potatoes? We need to be careful. We need to be careful of what we do. We have children. Whatever that we do in front of our children, whatever that we teach them, whatever that we say, especially the things that we do, we need to be careful about them, because our children are watching. And tomorrow you may not like the results that you're going to see. And this brings me to my second point. Your actions, they will speak louder than words. It is not about what you say, but it is about what you do. And don't do it because you are in their presence. Some of the things that you do hiding are the most effective ones, because if they come to light, they say a lot about who you are. And when your kids or when your children see those things, they are going to imitate them, unaware that they are imitating them, because you're doing them. We see so many examples of that. We see children imitating what their parents did. We see children behaving like their fathers. We see abusive relationships. We see children who are taking care of their families. More often than not, if you go down to the root, you'll find that when it comes to abusive relationship, it's either there was an absent father or absent mother, or they saw this happening at home. And where there are successful marriages, at some point, not always though, but at some point you find that they saw their father loving their mother. They saw how they treated each other. So we need to be careful of the actions that we do, because they go a long way. There is a story that I once read somewhere. The writer or whoever was writing the story narrates that, gives a story of a crab. Mother crab was talking to her kids and she said, you know what, my children, there is something that is bothering me. Why is it that when you walk, you cannot go straight? You are always going sideways. Just try for a change to go straight. And the children responded, yes, ma'am. But the first thing that she does, when she walked, she went sideways. And guess what happened? They followed her sideways. Sometimes what we do, we may not like when we see it in our children. So we need to be careful of what we're doing. As I conclude, I want to leave you with this. Leave a legacy that you're going to be proud of one day. You know, as people, we need to multiply. You multiply yourself in your children. Whatever you do, whatever you teach your children is going to be what they're going to be in future. Our children, when they come blank. But everything that they're going to learn is what we're going to teach them, is what they're going to see. Their surroundings, the communities, everyone plays a major role. But you want to be a role model in your children's life. You want your children to do what you want them to do. You want your children to learn, at the same time give them the space to make their choices. But when you give them the space to make their choices, I'm not saying leave it entirely to them. Teach your children to make right choices, so that when life comes and they are faced with a situation whereby they need to choose and you're no longer there, they're going to make right choices. So we need to multiply ourselves. We need to live a legacy, because more often than not, our children, whatever they do, I will always say this, they refer to their parents. Unfortunately, if you are absent, if you don't have time for them, if you don't support them, you live in a void. And that void that you live in, that relationship that you not give, that support that you not give, someone else is going to give. Someone else is going to give. Unfortunately, you may not like what you see. You may not like what is multiplying in your children's lives. You find that children are going to choose role models, and you may not like those role models. So I want us parents to be mindful of ourselves, mindful of what we say, mindful of what we do, mindful of the actions, especially even when we are not in their presence, because these things have a way of coming back to them, have a way of affecting and your children imitating exactly what you are doing. So we need to leave a legacy, because one day we're not going to be here. We are going. But how do you want to, the question is, how do you want to be remembered? What is it that you life? What is it that your children are going to carry and pass to the next generation? I hope this is going to be a lovely journey going forward, and I'm praying that God is going to open our eyes and our ears, is going to help us to be aware and to be consistent